In our society today, the standards for social and gender expectations have significantly loosened. Self-representation has become an essential aspect of our daily lives, yet there are still issues to be solved. Even though identifying as non-heterosexual has been removed from the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders in 1973 through the Obergefell v. Hodges Supreme Court case, many are still attacked for their choices in sexuality. The emotional psychological outcomes of devaluations, restrictions, and violations that cause gender role conflicts have been hypothesized to produce mental health problems, including anger, stress, depression, anxiety, fear, self-hatred, guilt, loss, and shame. Conflicts revolving around these societal norms have been present for centuries, intimating that there is no universal solution to the issue. As long as there are different cultures, there will always be a divide on the so-called norm.
In the Victorian era, the standards for both men and women were rigid. Men were supposed to be dutiful, respectful, commercially successful, and morally just. Family life was an essential part of a man's livelihood. If he did not have a family to support and protect, he may be viewed as not fully masculine. As such, Victorian authors focus on the stages of male development, characterizing them as the main protagonists and establishing their stature and heroes. Males were also viewed as superior in every sphere of life, meaning women's rights were oppressed. Their main role was to tend to the house and the family, while the man earned money for them. A woman's greatest achievement in their life was to find a dependable man. But thankfully now, ideals have changed. Women have gained more rights, and the strive to be equals in life is emphasized.
Traditional social norms may have improved, but issues that restrict proper representation are prevalent. The main issue concerns the identity of the sex opposite to yours. When a woman wishes to take on more masculine roles or a man wishes to identify as transgender or queer, they are frowned upon and judged, despite the voices speaking out supporting their actions. The long-standing idea that men and women are fit to do their own types of work is logically sound, but society has morphed into justification for attacking a person for who they choose to be. As a sexual minority, those who identify as non-heterosexual must speak up for what they believe in, as many social movements in the past have demonstrated. There may be an annual Pride Day now, but others who may not necessarily be homosexual and have a differing preference and identity need to be properly represented as well.
As mentioned earlier, true equality in the eyes of everyone may not be achieved for as long as we live. Due to different cultures and views on certain issues, there cannot be a universally accepted standard for gender. As long as we emphasize self-expression, there will always be diversity, which isn't a bad thing. There are definitely steps we can take to break free from traditional values and be more inclusive as a society. Rather than idolizing conformity within the bounds of what is deemed acceptable, we should stress the beauty and freedom in diversity. Above all else, be you and be free.